Huh. Well, that's something you don't see every day. Horse crossing in Fort Myers in a convenient location. Are you looking for a property with a large lot, lots of space, and the freedom to do almost whatever you want? If so, come along with us and we'll show you Briarcliff. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Check out this property here. You got your boat stored back there, you got a shed, got an RV in the distance, fire pit. That one's a great example of having the freedom back here in Briarcliff without any deed restrictions to have all your toys. You know, your property's your property. There's, like I showed you, there's horses back here. So whether you want some, from animals, to toys, RVs, you want a fence, you want whatever you want, the swing set, the trampoline, you know, swings in the trees. You kind of have it all. You've got your options and freedom to do with it what you will, and you've got the space to do it. Lots of Briarcliff are all, you can call them oversized. I mean, you've got from, you know, ½ acre up to 5 acres, and anything and everything in between. Some folks have, like them, their little personal ponds, which just, once again, adds some character, gives a nice feel to property. A lot of business owners live back here. You've got detached garages, truck drivers. You could park your rig back here, no problem at all. It really gives you options when you live in Briarcliff. And I'll just keep going here. Talking about Briarcliff and the location, I mean, you're just east of US 41, and that's kind of the first section of Briarcliff if you're coming from 41, and then you can cross over a street called Michael G. Rip, and that's interesting. And for folks like me that've been in the area a long time, Michael G. Rip is a newer street. It was essentially established 13 years ago, so in 2012, and it was designed to help alleviate some traffic. Oh my goodness. Can I have one of these houses? Would you live here? I would. So Michael G. Rip was put in to help alleviate some traffic pains on US 41, and it connects right to Metro Parkway. So you run north to south, and once again, it helps with traffic, little cut through, and gives you some options. Now, as far as other location, so let's continue to take a cruise through the neighborhood. And I'm gonna do my best to get you a good view of all the homes in here, just so you can kind of see the variety, which I think shows you the freedom that I talked about that you have when you have a property like this. So we'll cruise around down a couple different streets because it is a large area. So just like any other video we do or any property we talk about, I'm always going to encourage you to reach out and let us help show you some areas of Southwest Florida, get you inside some properties and see what you like, what's a good fit, because there is such a variety down here. And that's what I love about Briarcliff, is that maybe you don't realize it's here. It's, you know, it's a hidden gem. It is right off of a major street. It's right off of Michael G. Rip, which is a street that cuts, essentially, actually, it cuts through Briarcliff. All right, here we go. Little pit stop right at the end of one of these streets in Briarcliff. Put you right essentially in the 6 Mile Slough here in Fort Myers. Now, the cool thing about this, and I've mentioned this in an Eagle Ridge video, I'm not sure if you watched that one, but there's a 6 Mile Slough Preserve, and that's got a boardwalk, an entrance, it's got information, all that stuff. You can walk through the preserve, all kinds of wildlife. It's super cool. But this is different. I mean, we're out here in the wilderness, and the Slough Preserve, if you look at the map, this thing stretches from State Road 82 all the way down to Michael G. Rip. So it's a massive piece of land. I'm surprised we don't see a gator out here, and we might, so I think it's probably time to get back in the car. All right, and here we go. Here's another one of the subdivisions of Briarcliff that we talked about. Hidden Pines. Hidden Pines, as you saw, is gated. So you have a little extra privacy and security there. In Hidden Pines, it's not a massive subdivision. You've got 15 home sites, large lots, you know, once again, so you're sitting on about an acre. A lot of these homes, look at that, how beautiful. A lot of these homes are newer. And so while you still have a lot of that lush landscaping, I think there's still some more room in here that you could add even more to create a little more privacy in between some of these lots. But that's all a matter of taste. But as we go around, I mean, the stunning homes in here, as owners could pick their own builder. Look at that, I'll take that one, I think. Yeah, these are gorgeous. Now, yes, you could tell it's a newer home. I mean, what's your favorite? Do you like the newer style? Do you like some of the older style homes? I think when you get this kind of space and acreage out in Briarcliff, it's hard to see which one you like better. Now, I had to stop at Sun Harvest, so close to Briarcliff, and if you've never stopped at Sun Harvest and had an ice cream, you're missing out. Some say it tastes like a dream school. I say it tastes like a dream. So Sun Harvest is so much more than delicious ice cream. You see the giant orange out front, that gives you a hint. It's all about citrus and Florida oranges. They've got some of the best fresh orange juice you'll ever taste. They've got samples of oranges, as you saw there. They've got samples of orange juice in the back. I'll take you there. Now, Sun Harvest opened up in Fort Myers back in 1990. And when it first opened up, it was nothing like this. It was just a nice, quiet little shop. It was all about just the oranges, key lime pie. If you like key lime pie, it's delicious. But also the orange juice samples, and then my favorite, the ice cream. So now you've got some local sauces, you've got Florida-based items, you've got a flamingo over there if you want. But we're gonna get to the good stuff over here, to the samples. And it's just really a cool, unique spot. So it's just something to check out. It's a bit of a tourist attraction, and we know her. Well, wow. The free samples, baby. Oh. And here we have Briarcrest. One more subdivision for you. Hey, looks like we got some action at this house. Might be hitting the market soon. So Briarcrest is super neat. You're right in Briarcliff. You do have some oversized lots, not as large as some of the ones that we just saw. So you're 1/4 acre to 3/4 of an acre, depending which lot. Little variety of homes. You can see you've got some 2-story, some 1-story. Pretty much your standard neighborhood. Now with some of these subdivisions, you do have some restrictions, right? So not just because you're in Briarcliff, it doesn't mean that you can park the RV or the boat out front here, right? So you've got to be considerate and know which subdivision you're getting into. Make sure you read and have your realtor provide you the community docs, the documents that give you the rules and regulations and just restrictions. That's always helpful before you move in, especially if a camper is important to you or whatever toy or activity is. This one right here is one of my absolute favorites. My goodness, that's a gorgeous property. Double porch swing. Look at the massive 3-car garage, detached. There's a pool back there you can't quite see with a pool house. And as we keep cruising down Briarcliff Road, there is another one of the subdivisions we talked about, and that is Blackhawk. That one's gated as well. It also offers you oversized lots. You got some good privacy and spacing in there in between the homes. But it gives you a little sense, I guess a little more sense of community, being as you have a gate, you're kind of encompassed there with some neighbors, which is nice. And I love driving up and down Briarcliff Road. Just look at the scenery. It's just, it adds a little character that you're kind of not used to, I guess, if you're cruising around Southwest Florida and you're just seeing, you know, palm tree after palm tree after palm tree. Here you get some nice established trees. You got some big oaks. You got some shady ladies. You got a little bit of it all. Now, here's another subdivision. This one is not gated. And when we say subdivisions, I mean, they're more of a, you know, little outlet, a little cove, I guess, if you want to call it. But this one is Briar Ridge. You saw the sign there. This one is super unique. And you'll see a variety of properties in here. It's not as new as Hidden Pines, which, if you remember me saying, Hidden Pines had some nice landscaping in there. It was gated, more modern. So if you're looking for a property like that, by all means, Hidden Pines, or you know, you want to stick to something like that. Look at the variety of properties we see in here, and look at that tree. That's when you can tell I've been in Florida too long, when I get excited about a large tree. So all you folks from up north, appreciate those trees, even though you've got to rake up the leaves in the fall. But that's what I love about this little subdivision back here. I mean, such a unique feel. Look at that home. And then you go from that one to this one, a little more of the Florida style home here. Because that's the beauty. There's no builder or deed restriction telling you what you can and cannot have or do. I love that with the brick, the red brick. I mean, not one property is the same. It's fantastic. Hey, so what did you think about Briarcliff? I'll tell you right now, there are 9 properties on the market. Now that's as of February 3rd, 2025, and they're ranging from $678,000 up to $3.2 million. Now that depends on lot size, design, when it was built. A few factors obviously play in there, but if you want to see one of those homes or any home here in Southwest Florida, please feel free to reach out, and you can call me directly at 239-322-0596, and I hope to talk to you soon.